Yesterday I made the video in regards to my Eroktic's SpeedDemon pre-release build where I said, after a lot of research, I'm finally confident to show you my build, my skill tree that I will be following when the Arc Raiders releases. And I reached the point where there is absolutely not even one single level in question anymore. Turns out that the build can be even better. The thing that I was not aware of is that calming stroll does not work when you're jogging. It only works when you're slow walking. And those 2 extra points got me thinking where to invest. And after some fiddling, I came up with even better build, even stronger build than you have seen. For those of you that did not watch the previous video, SpeedDemon V2 is highly aggressive, fast-paced build focused on speed, stamina and agility for travel, looting and combat. Oh, and by the way, this build has a secret tech that I will not reveal yet. I will be revealing it and uploading the video about it when the time is right. Sorry for teasing you, but I need to have a concrete proof that this was not a happy little mistake, man. There is gonna be a couple of things that I will just copy-paste from the previous video because I hate to repeat myself, but the tree progression did change. We do not know maximum level. It might be 40, it might be 50, it might be 60. And SpeedDemon version 2 has even more flexibility in case if we can go beyond level 50. I also wanna point one thing that is extremely important, just so you have the right perspective and the angle towards all of this. Nodes that are giving 100% uptime are way more valuable than situational conditional nodes. Not conditional nodes like conditioning, but conditional nodes like you can disarm the traps. To disarm the traps, you need to be in the situation where there are traps to disarm. Or for example, let's you jump on the end of the vault. First, you need to vault to get the ability to jump. That is conditional. Those kinds of skills are situational skills that are having way less of a value than, for example, increased maximum stamina. When you have increased maximum stamina, you're constantly affected by that node. And this node has way more weight and power than conditional nodes. This build will be published on arcraiders.build. And you're gonna have it in the description down below. TLDR, last nodes, not worth it. It takes way too many skill points and you can use those in more powerful nodes. The first skill that you must take is in-round crafting. Without of this node, you're gonna be miserable and you're gonna be wasting a lot of efficiency without of it. For example, when you're inside of the raid and you're out of the shield rechargers, you have to kill Arc to get Arc Power Cells, and Arc Power Cell is the actual consumable item that you can use inside of the raid to regen your shield. Although if you're using green shield, for example, Arc Power Cell is gonna give you half of the shield, not full one. To get the full green shield, you're gonna have to use 1 shield recharger. You're gonna have to use 2 Arc Power Cells, not 1. So, if you have crafting inside of the raid, Arc Power Cells are gonna be twice stronger, right? So just taking this node to convert Arc Power Cells into the shield charger is worth it. But on top of that, you're getting a bunch of different items that you can craft, like bandages, for example. This one is no-brainer. And on top of that, you're gonna have way easier times with the free loadouts. I'm gonna also make the video in regards to the free loadouts where I went way too in-depth, so make sure to subscribe to not miss that one. But anyways, in-round crafting, a must first pick. After that, we're gonna max out maximum stamina. Stamina is the most important stat in the game. And the more you have it, more you can run, more you can slide, more you can vault, more you can climb. Pretty much every single action consumes stamina, so the more stamina you have, less tired you will be. And you do not want to be tired, because when you are tired, your action speed is reduced by a lot. The next, we're gonna max out moving around costless stamina, so we have even more efficiency on the stamina. After that, we're gonna go straight into the breaching. We're just gonna travel here and we're gonna take the breaching. The reason why proficient prior is, believe it or not, when you are breaching, you are really loud. When you're breaching, you are not moving, you are standing still, and you are vulnerable. There is a bunch of drones in the open field that you're gonna have to breach. There is a lot of rooms with a lot of breachable containers that you're gonna have to and wanna breach for the materials. And also, when you're doing the events like Harvest, that requires a lot of breaching, you're gonna breach Harvest even faster. By the way, I did had proficient prior in the stress test, and I managed to solo Harvest with a free loadout. I'm just saying, the difference in between not having this node and having this node is insane. So this one is definitely a must. After that, since we already did maxed out stamina, we're gonna kind of have to recover that stamina on some way, shape or form. And we're gonna max out stamina regeneration while crouched is increased. In the previous version, I was also going for the Calming Stroll. Calming Stroll only works when you are slow walking. After some thinking, how often do you even slow walk? Pretty much never. And even if you do, it is just so conditional, so situational, you're gonna rarely use any kind of a value out of this skill. So I decided to remove those 2 points and not use them at all, and the only extra stamina regeneration that we will be getting is with crouching. So every single time when we want stamina, we go in crouch mode to regen, and then we start with zooming once again. After we max out the stamina regeneration while crouched, we're gonna dump our points into the slip and slide. As soon as we unlock the carry the momentum, we're gonna unlock carry the momentum, and then we're gonna max out slip and slide. The reason why we are going slip and slide and carry the momentum next is, first off, carry the momentum in 90% of our cases. You're gonna dodge roll while you're sprinting. You're really rarely dodge rolling while not sprinting, right? This node is having extremely high value, and you should unlock it as soon as possible, aka right now. And right after you unlock carry the momentum, you are gonna use the last point into the slip and slide. When you are sliding, you are regenerating the stamina, which means that when there is some kind of a hill, in most of our cases, you want to slide. If you have seen any footage from the tech test 2, you could see for how long you can slide down the hill. Without of this, you cannot do that. So this is the additional buffer for the stamina regeneration. On top of that, you can be aggressive while sliding because you can shoot with it. So this is just extremely powerful utility all around. After this, we are now level 30. Around level 30 range, you're gonna start to mess with the pink shields. So we're gonna max out wearing a shield does not slow you down as much. What I'm assuming is that this is reducing 50% of the penalty. Sadly, we do not have any percents anywhere. Hopefully somebody data mines it. But heavy shield is having 15% reduction to the movement speed, which means that you will wanna get this node as soon as you start with using heavy shields. Which means that if you start using pink shields on level 20, postpone this and dump your points into it as soon as possible, because movement speed is the most important stat in the game. Because the slower you move, easier you are to get hit. The slower you move, longer it will take you to get into the cover. Movement speed is extremely important. Whenever you start using pink shields, max out this first and then just proceed with the skill tree. After we are done with all of the must-have nodes, we're gonna max out Agile Croucher. Since we will be regenerating the stamina while crouching, why not to max out that crouch speed? If you're playing solo, this node is even more valuable because you will be crouching a lot. You will be moving as a solo while crouched a lot. But the thing is, even when you're playing in the groups, you will be catching people off guard because they were not expecting you to be there without of them hearing you so quick. So it is giving a lot of unpredictability in regards to the PvP. After that, we're gonna dump 3 points into the Looter Instincts, because same rule applies like with the fast breaching. Breaching is way more severe, way louder, way slower. The same rule applies. You are looting a lot. When you're looting, you're standing still. You're easy target. You're vulnerable. So look into the faster looting and faster breaching as 2 skills, not 1. First one is, of course, faster progression, but the second one is you are less vulnerable while standing still. And by the way, there is a chance that level 40 is going to be the last skill point that you're gonna get. We don't know. The thing that we do know is that we need 36 points to unlock the last node in the skill tree, which is giving the minimum max soft cap to be level 40. So this is how level 40 skill should look like, and I would not touch a thing. In the previous version of the build, we were going while under healing effect stamina regeneration is increased, but after some thinking, I decided not to do that. I decided to go with a Suffer in Silence. While critically hurt, your movement makes less noise. There will be plenty of situations where you will be low HP, and when you will be trying to run away from the target. With this node, end players and I'm assuming drones and robots are gonna have way harder times with detecting the footsteps. So this is gonna give you a higher chance of survival while retreating. The second reason why I decided to go with the Suffer in Silence is because we have Broad Shoulders node unlocked. Increases the maximum weight you can carry. And this is pretty much the main reason why I decided to switch the sides. And by the way, let's be real, Suffer in Silence is a perfect fit for the build name SpeedDemon. After Suffer in Silence, you're gonna take Traveling Tinkerer. This is level 44, and we are having Traveling Tinkerer available. After we unlocked Traveling Tinkerer, we're gonna put one more point into the Looter's Instincts, and now we are level 45. We do not know what maximum level will be. If we are gonna have, at this point, problems with the weight, then feel free to put last 5 points into the Broad Shoulders to have extra carry capacity. If the weight is not the issue, then proceed with my build and put 3 points into the Fight or Flight and 1 point into the Survivor's Stamina. The reason why this is better if we will not have the issues with the weight is because Fight or Flight, when hurt in combat, regain stamina, has cooldown between uses. I do not know if you noticed, but you are taking hits quite often, and from the arc and from the other players. So having the additional buffer, the additional stamina regeneration when you do not have time to be crouched while regenerating stamina is extremely beneficial. And on top of that, this node is mistype. This node is not doing what it says here. This node, Survivor's Stamina, is when you are critical hurt, your stamina regenerates faster. So when you are low HP, your stamina is regenerating faster, which means that this node has direct synergy with when hurt in combat regain stamina, which means when you're low life, there is no chance in hell that you're gonna be lack out of the stamina. And it has direct synergy with Suffer in Silence. So on low life, footsteps are gonna be way quieter, you're gonna regen stamina when hurt, and you're gonna regen the stamina even more when you're on low life. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the build. At least up to level 50. After that, I'm assuming that I'm gonna go or here to take max carry weight, or here where equipped weapons have less impact on the encumbrance. This was really powerful in Tech Test 2, by the way. With this setup, there is a lot of flexibility for making this build even stronger, right? And again, it is giving you that loose flexibility where you might just skip this part completely and go straight into the max carry weight. This is it. This is it. I doubt there is gonna be version 3. I hope there is not gonna be version 3, but I'm pretty happy and confident with this one. So yeah, I will be publishing this skill tree on Arc Raiders build. You're gonna have the link of the whole build in the comment section down below, so you can follow it. When you open the build, you can follow every single level, where and what to invest in. So you're gonna have easier times with following through, because the order of points is extremely important. I hope that you guys enjoyed in this one. If you did, subscribe with the notifications on. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next one. Eroktic out.